She mocked the trainee human. Right before the apex hunters backed down from him, Sarah Velln jabbed a claw-tipped finger at Jace Rourke. You, human trainee. Forward recon into the kill zone canyon. Now, the squad erupted in hisses and guttural laughs. Kefvar, the hulking heavy infantry vet, crossed his thick arms and snorted. Leader Velln, protocol say trainees observe. This one's barely off his soft world shuttle. Jace knelt by his pack, double-checking the seals on his lightweight envirosuit. No rips. Seals tight. Hydration bladder full. He clicked the clasps shut, without a word. Sarah leaned in, her iridescent scales flashing under the outpost lights. Look at him. Fussing over that paper-thin kit like it'll save him from a stiff breeze. What's the matter, Rourke? Scared of a little dirt? She barked a laugh that echoed off the metal walls. Humans evolved on a paradise orb. No predators bigger than your house pets. You'll tag any apex sign and scamper back before they sense your fear sweat. Jace stood, rifle slung low. He met her golden eyes. Calm. Understood, ma'am. Moving out. The squad's mockery followed him to the airlock, Kefvar muttered. Soft-worlder. One whiff of real gravity and he'll fold. Jace cycled the hatch. Hot wind blasted his faceplate. The canyon mouth loomed ahead, jagged obsidian walls slicing the twin sun's glare. He dropped into a scout crouch and advanced. Rock crunched under his boots. Jace swept his scanner arc. Clear. 50 meters in, he paused at a claw-scored boulder. Fresh gouges. Deep. He knelt, scraped a sample into his analyzer. Apex hunter sign. Multiple. Hot enzymes. Less than an hour old. He tagged it to the squad net. Rourke to Velln. Canyon floor. Grid 4.
7. Fresh Hayhex tracks.
Pack size unknown proceeding.
Sarah's voice crackled back, laced with amusement. Copy, trainee.
Don't trip over your own feet. Jace pushed deeper. The walls narrowed. Air thickened with sulfur reek. His boots scraped scree. Scanner pinged heat blooms ahead, faint, masked by thermals. Then the ground trembled. A shadow detached from the upper ledge. Apex hunter. 8 meters of corded muscle, serrated jaws gaping wide enough to swallow a trooper whole. Its pack siblings uncoordinated from cracks above. 4 total. Eyes locked, in perfect sync.
They dropped as one.
Claws raking stone. Jace rolled left. The lead hunter's jaws snapped air where his head had been. He fired from the hip. Crack, crack, crack. Rounds punched into its flank. Black ichor sprayed. It roared, undeterred, and lunged again. Pain exploded in his left shoulder. Claws raked through his envirosuit, shredding fabric and flesh. Blood welled hot. Jace ignored it. Gritted teeth. He pivoted, drove his rifle butt into the beast's eye socket. Bone cracked. It recoiled, shrieking. The pack closed. Second hunter barreled from the right, slamming him against the wall. Ribs creaked. Air punched from his lungs. Jace hooked his arm around its neck, squeezed. The thing thrashed, talons carving gashes across his thigh. Muscle tore. He held on. Choked it down. Boots slipped in his own blood. Vision blurred. Third hunter leaped from above, jaws wide. Jace released the second, dropped flat. Fangs missed by centimeters. He rammed his knife up into its underjaw. Blade grated bone, pierced brain. It spasmed and collapsed atop him, crushing weight pinning his legs. Pain screamed through his body. Normal. Routine. Jace shoved the corpse aside, rose, wrestling buckled, but held. The lead hunter charged again. Wounded but furious, its siblings circled, coordinating strikes, flank, feint, crush. Jace breathed steady, fired controlled bursts. 1 round per eye. The beast howled, blinded. He sidestepped its blind rush, plunged the knife into its throat. Arterial spray hosed his visor. It gurgled, toppled. Last hunter hung back now, assessing. Pack link broken. It snarled, tested, with a lunge. Jace met it head on. Grabbed its lower jaw. Pulled. Sinews popped. It reared, claws flailing. 1 slash opened his side. Guts threatened to spill. He twisted. Snapped its neck with a grunt. Silence crashed down. Canyon still. Jace slumped against the wall. Blood pooled at his feet.
He keyed his comm.
Rourke to Velln. Apex pack neutralized. 4 down. Clear. And Sarah's voice, sharp, stripped of mockery. Squad inbound. Medics prepped. How are you still standing? Jace wiped ichor from his faceplate, checked his wounds. Shoulder mangled. Ribs cracked. Thigh flayed. Side gashed deep. Pain throbbed, steady as a heartbeat. He sealed what he could with trauma foam. Routine, ma'am. Just endurance drills. Boots pounded from the canyon mouth. Sarah led, rifle raised. Kethvar lumbered behind, his heavy cannon sweeping shadows. They froze at the kill pile. 4 apex carcasses sprawled amid shell casings and gore. Largest predators on the planet, unkillable in packs. Shredders of armored squads. Sarah's scales paled to dull gray. She stared at Jace's shredded suit, the blood-soaked rags clinging to his frame. Fought them hand-claw? Alone? Jace nodded once. They ambushed coordinated, had to break the pack link. Kethvar knelt by a corpse, prodded the snapped neck. His mandibles clicked in shock. These things got battle mechs. Our heavies need fire support to drop one.
You ignored every protocol. No armor breach alarms.
No evac call. Just this. Sarah circled Jace, scanner humming over his wounds. Your vitals should be flatlining. Humans register pain like we do apex venom. Shut down. Die. But you're walking. Talking. Jace shrugged. Shoulder wound wept fresh red. Pain's just data. Push forward. The squad arrived full. Gasps rippled. One tech retched at the carnage. Sarah waved them to perimeter watch. She faced Jace's square. I called your gear soft world trash. Called you weak. That ends now. Kethvar rumbled agreement, hefting his cannon. Protocols save lives. But you ignored them and lived. Respect human.
Jace leaned on his rifle.
Dizziness tugged. Squad safe. That's the job. Sarah gripped his good arm. Firm, no claws.
Not trainee anymore. Your point from here.
We follow your lead on endurance plays. Alarms blared from the squad net. Outpost command. Incursion alert. Apex Alpha Pack inbound on your position. Evac denied. Hold the canyon. Sarah's eyes widened. Jace straightened despite the fire in his ribs. He checked his mags. 2 left. Knife slick with gore. More shadows stirred high on the walls. Larger hunters. Alpha Pack. 6 strong. Eyes gleamed. Sarah raised her rifle. Form up.
Heavy center.
Kethvar bellowed orders. The squad locked in. Jace stepped forward. Blood dripped steady. Flank them high. I'll draw center. Sarah nodded, no hesitation. You heard the human. Move. The alphas dropped. Roars shook stone. Jace charged into the storm. Claws slashed across Jace's torso. Black blood sprayed from the alpha's paw. The beast roared, pivoting for another strike. Jace drove his knife up under its jaw. The blade punched through. Hot gore washed his arms. He twisted and shoved the dying hunter aside. Sarah's rifle barked. Her rounds stitched the alpha's flank. It crumpled. She blinked at the feed from her helmet cam. Jace bled hard. Red soaked his vest front. Guts peeked through the tear. No scream. No stagger back to cover. He yanked his knife free and scanned the canyon walls. Trainee Rourke. Her voice cracked over comms. Now. Jace wiped his blade on his thigh. Negative, Commander. Recon sweep incomplete. He slapped field strips across the gash. Strips sealed with a hiss. Blood welled around edges.
He straightened.
Kept moving forward. Kethvar's cannon thumped beside her. Human's core exposed. Protocols demand pullback. Sarah gripped her rifle tighter. Her species healed fast under pressure. Humans? Soft world myths said they shattered at first blood. Jace walked like the wound was a scratch. Shadows stirred above. More alphas dropped. 4 now, coordinating leaps. Their pack sense pinged her HUD. Flanking maneuvers locked in. Jace hit the blood trail first. Their point man Lirak froze at the edge of the splatter zone. Fresh crimson pooled from a gutted squad drone. Lirak's mandibles clicked. His rifle trembled. Trail leads to nest. Too hot. Retreat, Sarah barked. Fall back to choke point. Heavies cover. The squad pivoted. Boots scraped stone. Kethvar laid suppressing fire. Alphas bounded closer. Low growls vibrated the air. Lirak bolted last. His foot snagged a loose rock. He sprawled into the open. An alpha lunged. Jace exploded from cover. He grabbed Lirak's harness. Dragged him backward through gravel. The alien point man flailed. Jace's strips peeled. Fresh blood trailed them both. The alpha's jaws snapped inches from Jace's boot. He kicked its muzzle. Bone cracked. Sarah's heart hammered. She poured rounds into the beast. It yelped, retreated a step. Jace hauled Lirak behind a boulder. Dumped in there. Move, soldier. Jace spun, rifle up. He fired controlled bursts. 2 alphas jerked and fell. Kethvar arrived. Cannon roared. Shredded a third. Human, you're venting vitals. Get strips reinforced. Jace reloaded. 1 mag left. Patched enough. He glanced at Sarah, no panic in his eyes. Just focus. Nest entrance at 20 meters. Blood trail funnels them. We collapse it.
Sarah's HUD screamed warnings. Pack Alpha incoming, largest yet.
6 meters of muscle and fang. It crested the ridge. Eyes locked on Jace, the squad's blood scent pulled it straight down the trail. Her claws itched to order full evac. Protocols screamed retreat, but Jace advanced. Taped guts swaying. He waved the squad wide. Flank left and right. I'll pin center.
You're injured, she snapped. Yet her legs moved.
She signaled Kethvar.
You hurt him.
Heavy's anchor flanks. Kethvar hesitated. His bulk shifted. Commander. Now. Sarah led her fire team left. Rounds chipped stone. Alphas split to pursue. Jace drew the pack alpha. It charged. Ground shook. Jace stood ground. Fired into its chest. The beast absorbed hits. Closed distance. Jace sidestepped. Drove his rifle butt into its knee. Cartilage popped. It swiped. Jace ducked. Claws whistled over his head.
He jammed his knife into its foreleg tendon. Slashed deep.
The alpha howled. Toppled. Sarah's squad poured fire. Kethvar's cannon erased 2 flankers. The pack alpha thrashed. Jace climbed its back. Knife plunged into the neck join. He rode it down. Black blood fountained. Silence fell. Sarah approached. Breath ragged. Jace slid off the corpse. His torso strips held, barely. Red pooled at his feet. He leaned on his rifle. No boasts. Just checked his squad. Lirak rose, mandibles wide. You dragged me. Through that. Jace nodded. Quad's job. Kethvar lumbered up. Eye stalk swiveled over Jace's wound. Protocols say you're dead. Twice over, yet here. He thumped his chest plate. Respect earned, human. Sarah holstered her sidearm, stared at the taped gash. Her threat model shattered. Humans didn't charge bleeding.
Didn't ignore organ exposure. Her voice dropped.
I ridiculed your kind. Soft.
Fragile. That ends. Jace met her gaze. Pains data. We adapt. Alarms blared again. HUD flashed. Secondary pack inbound. Larger signatures.
Sarah's spines bristled. Jace straightened.
Ignored the sway in his step. New plan, he said. Use the bodies as bait. Funnel them narrow.
She nodded. No debate.
Squad on the human.
They moved as one. Jace led point.
Blood dripping steady. Alphas howled from the shadows. The first secondary alpha hit the bait pile. Exploded into the open. Jace fired first, dropped it mid-leap.
Sarah flanked right. Her burst cored its skull.
Kethvar bowed.
Tight formation. Humans draw, we finish. 2 more alphas swarmed. Coordinated strikes. 1 leaped for Jace. He rolled. Took a graze on the thigh, stood. Knife work ended it. The second targeted Sarah. She fired wide. It closed. Jace intercepted. Tackled it low. Drove it into stone. His fists hammered its eyes. Gore splattered. Sarah finished it point blank. You're hit again, she yelled. Mobile, Jace grunted. He rose, limped forward. Lirak covered their rear. His shots steady now. Human toughness. It's not myth. The pack thinned, but the queen alpha crested last, towering. 8 meters, hide like armor plate. It bellowed, shook the canyon. Sarah's HUD locked. Kill probability 92% against her squad alone. Jace stepped up. Explosives on the weak points. I'll bait the mouth. Kethvar primed charges. Risky. Even for you. Jace taped his thigh quick. Charged the queen. It swatted.
He dodged. Fired into joints.
Drew its focus. Sarah's team slung charges. She hurled hers at the maw. Stuck.
Get an 8 on my mark.
The queen lunged. Jace vaulted a boulder, clung to its mane. Knife ready. It bucked. He held. Mark! Sarah yelled. Explosions ripped. Jaws shredded. Guts vented. Jace stabbed the exposed throat. Twisted.
Canyon dust. Choke the air.
Sarah waved clear. Squad coughed into masks. Jace dropped beside her. Collapsed to one knee. Blood everywhere now. Multiple gashes. Medkit out. She knelt. Hold still, he waved it off. Secure perimeter first. Kethvar scanned. All clear. Nest silent. Sarah sealed his torso proper. Depth, strips hissed over field tape. Stubborn. Effective, Jace said. He stood, tested weight. Lyric approached. Bowed low. You saved us. Squad murmured agreement. Eyes on Jace. Fear gone. Respect, locked in. Sarah gripped his shoulder. Firm. Points yours, permanent. Lead us out. Jace nodded. Rifle checked. Copy. Double time. They marched. Alpha's roars faded behind. Sarah watched his back. Taped wounds. Steady stride.
Our world shifted. Humans weren't weak.
They were the endurance storm. Never anger won. Outpost lights gleamed ahead, but sensors pinged faint. One last shadow stirred high. Sarah's sensor pinged sharper. A shadow uncoiled on the ridge. Too large, too silent. Outpost lights flickered a click ahead, but the ridge funneled them into killbox terrain. Hold comms. Sarah hissed into squad channel, then killed it. Sonar tracks pings. Hand signals only. Double time to outpost. Squad nodded. Boots crunched soft on canyon gravel. Jace led point stride even despite taped gashes. His rifle swept low arcs. Sarah flanked right. Kethvar lumbered left with heavy cannon primed. Jace raised fist, halted the line. Pointed. Narrow rock choke ahead, sheer walls pinching to 2 meters wide. Jagged overhangs above. He slashed hand flank left, then right. Circle gesture. Trap the choke.
Sarah signaled agreement. Smart reroute.
Choke bottlenecked any rush. Squad peeled off, Lyrak and Tex vanishing into shadows. Kethvar grunted. Human plan. Risky. Execute, Sarah snapped. She trusted vectors now. Jace proved it. Against the Queen. They ghosted forward. Air thickened with predator musk. Acrid. Electric.
Sarah's scales prickled. Hunters echolocated packs over stone. One ping from comms, and they'd swarm.
Jace slipped into choke lead. Sarah covered his 6. Kethvar anchored rear. Cannon humming charge. Ping ping. Multiple echoes now. Shadows multiplied on ridge. 5. 6 hunters dropping coils. Claws scraped stone like vibroblades. Lead beast crested. Maw split wide. Sonar pulses washing the canyon in waves. Kethvar's cannon whined. Target lock. No. Sarah lunged. Too late.
Kethvar fired. Plasma ult scorched ridge.
Rock exploded. Lead hunter shrieked. Sonar scream that rattled Sarah's plates. Pack erupted. 6 shadows launched downhill, bounding in sync. Claws gouged earth. Fangs gleamed under dual moons.
Idiot, Sarah roared. Formation break.
Pack rushed full. Lead hunter hit 60k, tail whip cracking air. Flankers arced wide, cutting escape vectors. Squad scrambled into positions. Lyrak slapped charges on choke walls. Tex primed demo packs. Jace dropped rifle. Slung it crossback. Stepped center choke alone. Faced the lead beast head on. No cover. No shot. Sarah's vents seized. Jace fall back. He ignored. Raised arms wide. Bait stance. Human madness, bare meat against apex fangs. Lead hunter locked. Sonar pulsed Jace's chest. It accelerated jaws unhinging for the swallow kill. 100 kilos of muscle and venom barreling dead center. Sarah sighted plasma rifle. Lead shot might glance scales. Charges hot. Lyrak Jace bolted forward. Not away, into the beast. Feinted left. Hunter swiped. He rolled under claws.
Came up inside guard. Grabbed main frill.
Vaulted onto skull ridge. Beast bucked. Jace clung. Fists hammered eye sockets. Human knuckles split scales. Blood sprayed. His and Hunter's. Pack closed. Flankers leaped choke walls. Kethvar's cannon barked. One hunter vaporized midair. Lyrak hurled charge. Stuck flanker's jaw. Detonate. Hold, Sarah yelled. Jace rode the lead like a storm core. Beast slammed walls. Jace twisted frill. Forced head low. Into charge kill zone. Now. Sarah triggered. Lyrak's pack blew. Jaws shredded. Lead hunter convulsed. Jace leaped clear. Landed rolling. Grab dropped rifle. Fired point blank into underbelly. Guts vented steam. Beast collapsed. Blocked choke dead. Flankers piled in. Trapped. Sarah's squad unleashed. Plasma stitched hides. Kethvar's cannon roared full auto. 2 more down. Torsos pulped. Last hunter wheeled. Sonar screamed retreat. Bolted up walls. Squad mop stragglers, limbs severed, heads pulped. Dust settled. Sarah scanned. Clear. Squad panted, vents heaving. Kefbar slumped against rock. Cannon smoked. I fired early. Drew them.
Jace dead.
Wiped blood from split brow. Rifle slung easy. Perimeter secure? Sarah nodded. Stared. Human turned himself bait. Rode the apex like routine drill. Gashes reopened, but he moved fluid. No stagger. Lyrak approached Jace. Offered water pack. You baited the lead. By foot, into the kill box. Jace took it. Sipped. Choke favored us. Had to thread it. Kefvar pushed forward, towered over Jace. Voice cracked. You ignored protocol. Dropped weapon. Charged unarmed. Adapted, Jace said, flat. Reloaded rifle. Worked. Sarah gripped Kefvar's arm, pulled him back. Veteran shook fear, not fatigue. He lived. We win because he did. Kefvar's eye stalks wilted. Humans don't break. Not today. Sarah faced Jace. Squad watched. Point confirmed. But explain. Why drop rifle? Bait naked? Jace tested gash seal. Tugged fresh tape from kit. Rifle slows footwork. Close bait needs speed. Hunter sonar pings metal first. Drew it perfect. Drew it perfect. Sarah's world tilted again. Humans treated venom claws as sparring pads. Pain? He taped mid-fight. Her squad's med scans would have flatlined them twice over. Outpost, now, she ordered. Voice steady. Flank march. Jace, your lead.
He nodded. Signaled advance.
Squad fell in. Kefvar trailed last. Eyes locked on Jace's back. No grumble. Awe. They crested final rise. Outpost floodlights bathed Duracrete walls. Gates hummed open. Med drones buzzed out. But ridge sensors pinged anew. Fainter. Higher. Sarah froze. Queen scent lingered? No. Echoes multiplied. Pack remnants calling reinforcements. Jace halted. Rifle up. Double back.
Or push gate.
Sarah weighed. Gate meant safety. But echoes closed. Run it base Capon. Drones scanned wounds. Jace waved his off. Pushed tech ahead. Gates sealed behind. Alarms blared. Incursion locked out. Squad collapsed in bays.
Medics swarmed. Sarah pulled Jace aside.
Private alcove. Before the queen. Now this. We ridiculed it. Weak human. He shrugged. Packed fresh seals. Endurance spec. Pain's just data. Data that saved squads. She clasped forearm. Military grip. Firm. Threat model rewrite. Humans endure. Adapt. Never poke. Jace met eyes. Faint smile. Rest now. Alpha's circle.
Kefvar lumbered in. Bowed full veteran honor.
Teach protocol ignore. Human way. Jace chuckled. Low. Earned risk only. Sarah watched them. Squad murmured outside. Lyrak shared scans. Jace's vitals flat through it all. Heart steady. Pain spikes ignored. Outpost klaxons quieted, but scopes caught ridge glow. Hunter packs massing. Command pinged. Full incursion inbound. Sarah gripped console. Squad. Brief room. Jace points. They rose. United. Human storm at core. Ridge roars built. Outpost braced. Jace checked loads. Steady. Squad eyes followed. Respect sealed. One drone feed zoomed. Alpha shadows crested. 20 strong. Sonar waves crashed walls. Sarah tensed.
Incoming verified.
Jace stood. Defend choke points. Bait if needed. Kefvar nodded. No panic. Your lead. Walls shook first hit. Fangs met Duracrete. Sarah fired first burst. Jace flanked. Squad held. Endurance won nights. Humans defined it. The packs adapted too. One shadow slipped drone blind. Dropped inner perimeter. Jace spun. Breach. It lunged. From vents. The apex hunter erupted from the vents. 600 kilos of coiled muscle and serrated fangs lunging straight for Jace's throat.
Sarah's plasma rifle snapped up, but the beast filled the corridor too fast.
Jace didn't dodge. He jammed his left forearm into the gaping maw. Fangs punched through synth skin and bone with a wet crunch. Sarah's stomach lurched. Those jaws sheared durasteel. Jace grunted once. His right hand clamped the hunter's upper jaw like a vice. Muscles bulged under his uniform. He wrenched. The beast thrashed, claws raking walls into sparks. Jace held. Blood poured from his arm, slicking the floor. Sarah's squad hesitated. Cathvar's heavy cannon whirred, seeking angle. Clear shot, Jace roared through gritted teeth. He pivoted, dragging the hunter bodily. It became his shield, thrashing bulk blocking the corridor. Two more shadows boiled from the vents behind it, flankers, sonar pulses hammering Sarah's helmet. Now she saw it. Clean firing lane.
Sarah squeezed the trigger. Plasma bolts lanced past Jace's living barrier.
First flanker vaporized mid-leap, hide exploding in superheated mist. Second took rounds to the eyes, skull bursting as it slammed into the wall. Cathvar's cannon boomed, shredding the rear pack through the hole. Jace released the jaw.
The hunter convulsed, spraying ichor. He yanked his mangled arm free.
Bone grated. Sarah winced. Jace ignored it. He gripped his forearm with his good hand. One brutal pull. A sharp crack echoed. Reset. Blood vessels throbbed, but he flexed fingers.
Shock wall left, bait the ridge pack.
Sarah blinked. No med gel. No scream. Just orders. Cathvar lumbered forward, cannon hot. Human lives? Jace slapped fresh seals from his belt onto the wound. One-handed. Endurance spec. Run. Sarah's squad surged. They funneled into the shock wall. Choke-reinforced Duracrete funneling predators into kill boxes. Ridge roars shook the outpost. Drones screamed warnings, 20 alphas cresting, packs merging. Command pinged. Hold or evac. Sarah chose hold. Jace's lead. They hit the wall as first wave crested. Sonar waves crashed like thunder, disorienting alien senses. Sarah's visor flickered. Nausea hit. Cathvar staggered. Protocols demanding cover. Jace charged the lip. Flank high, he fired from the hip, bolts punching a lead hunter's shoulder. It roared, pack converging. Sarah covered low, plasma carving legs. One hunter leaped the wall. Coordinated pounce, drove his rifle butt into its throat. It gagged. He rolled under, firing up into belly. Guts spilled steaming. Sarah's heart hammered. Humans moved through pain. Alphas adapted fast. 3 slipped the bait, sonar jamming vents again. Klaxons wailed inner breach. Cathvar bellowed. Cannon fusing a door. Too slow. Jace spun from his kill. Sarah ridge scan. She patched drone feed. Flankers massing right. 8 strong, circling for vents. They're learning our boxes. Jace nodded. Arm dripping past seals. I draw center. You hit vents.
Insane. Expose the human.
Sarah gripped her rifle. Confirmed. Cathvar growled. Protocols, adapt. Jace snapped.
He vaulted the wall. Bait.
Alphas locked on. Pack surged center, jaws foaming. Sarah signaled squad. Vent strike, now. They poured fire into grates. Plasma melted hides. Screeches pierced helmets. 3 flankers dropped, charred. Cathvar's cannon sealed the rest. Center pack hit Jace like a landslide. He danced through them. Dodge. Strike. One clamped his leg. Fangs grazed calf. He stomped its skull, boot-cracking bone. Blood trailed him. Sarah fired over his head, dropping the alpha. Its mate lunged. Jace took the hit, shoulder raked open. Claws shredded uniform. He reversed, jamming rifle muzzle into its mouth. Fired. Head gone. Sarah's visor locked his vitals. Feed from Lyrac. Heart steady. Pain data spiking. Ignored. Like before. Human storm. Packs thinned. Ridge glow dimmed. Last 4 alphas broke. Sonar fading. Sarah's squad held the wall. Brothers ragged. Cathvar slumped against bulkhead. 20. Down. Human lead. Jace reloaded, one arm stiff.
Count drones. Perimeter secure. Sarah checked.
Clear. Command confirms. She approached him. His arm hung wrong. Seals holding but bone visible.
You used it.
Equipment. Jace shrugged. Threat close. Control it. Veteran honor. A full. Teach more? Sarah clasped Jace's good forearm. Tight. Threat model locked. Humans endure. Squad O's. Jace met her eyes. Faint smile. Team wins. Outpost quieted. But scopes pinged distance. Hunter remnants circled ridges. Adapting. Sarah tensed. Command override. Reinforcements delayed. Hold through night. Packs massed again. Sarah gripped console. Jace points. He checked loads. Steady. Choke 2. Bait rotations.
Kethvar nodded. No panic.
Squad moved as one. Sarah watched Jace bind his leg. No complaint. Pain data. Her old ridicule burned. Weak human. Never again. Walls trembled. First probe. Jace stood front. Here they come. Sarah raised rifle. United. Endurance defined the night. But Alphas hungered. One drone caught it. Queen Shadow. Deeper ridge. Bigger. Coordinating. Sarah's blood chilled. Jace didn't flinch. Big one's mine. Sarah's comms crackled. Command, this is Velm. Queen-class hunter. Inbound. Request orbital kinetic strike. Coordinates locked.
Static hissed.
Then the denial dropped like a dud grenade. Negative. Vel. Civilian airspace violation. No strikes authorized. Hold position. She slammed the console. The outpost shuddered under distant roars. Hunter packs massed beyond the ridges. Sonar painted dozens, coordinated, adapting. The queen loomed largest, her shadow eclipsing drone feeds. Alphas flanked her, claws scraping rock. Jace crouched at the forward scope, unmoved. His broken arm hung in a hasty sling. Seals glistening over exposed bone. He traced claw marks on the bulkhead feed. Patterns hold, sweep east to west. Wind shifts here, vents push scent trails. Sarah spun to him. Orbitals dry. We hold the wall or die. He stood, grabbing his rifle one-handed. Walls bait. Follow me. Thermal vents 2 clicks north. Trap there. Kethvar lumbered up, plasma cannon humming. Protocols say fortify. Human vents cook us. Jace met his gaze. Hunters hate heat distortion. Disrupt sonar. Sarah hesitated. Her old scans pegged humans as fragile endurance freaks, good for marches, not fights. But he'd thinned 20 already. Move. Jace points. Squad hustled out the hatch. Night air reeked of sulfur and blood. Brothers hissed as they double-timed ridges. Jace led scanning ground. He knelt at a claw gouge, finger-tracing depth. Alpha sweep. 3 meters wide. Queen overrides west. Wind curls here, fools their probes. Kethvar grunted. Math, against queens, patterns repeat. Jace pointed north. Steam plumes glowed under thermal. Vents field, staggered traps.
They crested the rise. Geysers bubbled, superheated mist warping air.
Ground trembled, probes closing. Sarah's rifle swept shadows. Positions. Keth. Heavy on flank. Drones forward. Jace ignored his limp rigging charges. He wedged plasma cells into vent cracks, timing fuses to stagger blasts. Bait line here.
Countercharge gap there. Queen commits. We funnel.
Sarah planted her launcher. Doubt nod. Humans broke under less her sim said so. Yet Jace wired traps like routine drill pain ignored. Squad. Link. Sonar. Drones pinged. Pack crested East Ridge. Alphas loped ahead, 30 strong. Queen hulked behind, spines quivering, mandibles wide. Her roar split night. Sonar scrambler, blinding tech.
Probes hit first. 2 alphas lunged the perimeter, claws shattering rock.
Kethvar's cannon barked, vaporizing one. The second bounded over, sonar null, field shrugging rounds. Sarah fired. Slug punched hide, but it twisted midair. Jace rolled into its path, rifle butt cracking jaws. He drove his slung arm, bone grinding audible, into its throat.
Apex gagged, spines flaring. Jace fired point blank, skull exploding.
Perimeter holds. He barked. They probe. More alphas circled, refusing commit. Queen bellowed, forcing flankers. Wind shifted, vents hissed warning steam. Sarah's HUD spiked heat. Traps live? Jace nodded, baiting forward. Now. He charged the gap. Alone. Squad froze. Kethvar bellowed. Protocol. Cover. But Jace sprinted. Rifle barking controlled bursts. An alpha leaped. Jace sidestepped, slamming rigged vibro knife into underbelly. Guts spilled. He didn't slow, drawing 3 more into the funnel. Dents erupted. First stagger, plasma cells detonated, superheating NIST. Alphas screeched, sonar fried, and distortion clouds. Blinded, they thrashed into second line. Geyser blasts scalded hides raw. Queen roared fury. She charged, earthquaking. Spines lashed, shredding a drone midair. Sarah poured fire. Suppress Keth flank. Kethvar lumbered, cannon chewing earth. Rounds glanced off Queen, her hide shrugged plasma, like rain. She barreled through, mandibles snapping for Jace.
He stood ground, arm dangled useless, leg bound tight.
Queen towered, 8 meters, claws raking steam. Jace dodged left, wind shift masking steps. He fired into vents, third stagger triggered, inferno bloomed. Queen reared, spines melting. Blinded, she swiped wild. Claws grazed Jace's side, seals ripping. Blood sprayed, but he twisted, jamming rifle muzzle into her maw. Down, he growled. Rounds punched throat. Queen convulsed, crashing into vents. Final blasts cooked her core. Alphas broke, pack scattering into ridges. Silence fell. Steam cleared. Squad advanced cautious. Kethvar knelt by Jace. Human slumped against rock, side gash deep, arm compound fracture weeping. Yet he breathed steady, checking ammo. Count? Sarah scanned. Queen dead. Pack rooted. 20 more down. Kethvar gripped Jace's shoulder, gentle for a bruiser.
Ignore protocols. Live.
Veteran truth, Sarah knelt beside. Her rifle clattered down. She clasped his good forearm, military grip firm.
Scans rewrote in her mind. Humans not weak, unbreakable.
Threat model updated. Humans endure. Lead always. Jace pushed up, wincing once. Faint smile cracked bloodied face. Team math. Terrain wins. Outpost comms pinged clear, but drones caught it. Distant howls. Remnant packs rallied, new shadows massing. Adapting faster. Sarah tensed. Jace reloaded, eyes on ridges. Next sweep pattern shift.
We adjust. Kethvar racked cannon.
No panic. Squad stood united. Walls weren't enough. Human grit was. Sarah raised rifle. Move out. But scopes locked. Second queen. Larger, burrowing under ridges. Jace's calm held. 2 now. Bait deeper. Respect burned hot. Respect burned hot. Humans didn't break. They built traps from hell itself. Ridges trembled. Probes incoming. Squad charged vents again. Jace led. Unyielding. Sarah followed. No ridicule left. Only awe. The night hungered. But humans fed it back.
Drone screamed warning. Burrow breach imminent. Jace mapped vents anew. Claw traces glowing fresh.
Here. Stagger 4. Kethvar nodded sharp. Teach as we kill.
Sarah gripped tighter. Squad became weapon.
Human edge. Queen shadows rose. Roars merged. Jace charged first. For the team. Plasma lit night. Trap sang. Pack met its match. Endurance won. But remnants learned slow. Third wave brewed, queens tripled. Jace smiled through pain. Math holds.
Sarah believed.
They fought on. Claws scraped closer. Vents oiled. Action exploded. Jace's knife flashed. Alpha fell. Kethvar boomed. Human way. Sarah fired true. Respect-fueled shots. Hunters probed. Humans countered. Night bled apex blood. Outpost held. Squad unbreakable. But Queen Burrow cracked open. Larger maw emerged. Jace stood front. Mine. Sarah covered. United. Endurance defined dawn.
Sarah's claw slammed the comm panel.
Jace, back. Trainee, fall in line. The larger maw ripped free from the burrow. Fangs gleamed under triple moons. Apex hunter queen. Twice the first's bulk. Her pack surged behind, eyes locked on the wounded Kethvar, pinned against a vent ridge. Jace didn't flinch. He crouched low, knife drawn. Mine. Sarah's rifle barked. Plasma scorched the queen's flank. Hide sizzled, but the beast shrugged it off. She charged. Pack flanking. Claws gouged rock. Protocol. Heavy infantry forward. Kethvar cover him. Kethvar groaned, leg mangled. His cannon whirred, but servos jammed. Can't rise. Jace exploded forward. Boots pounded open ground. No cover. No fear. He sprinted straight at the pack, drawing howls. Sarah's scales prickled. Human, halt! That's suicide. He ignored her. Pack veered. 8 hunters peeled off the wounded, lunging for Jace. Claws slashed air. He dodged, rolled under a leap. Knife flashed, severed a tendon. 1 hunter tumbled, screeching. Sarah fired bursts. 2 bolts hit. Hunters scattered, reformed. Kethvar, drag back. I'll suppress. The veteran hauled himself behind a boulder. Blood trailed. He's pulling them. Insane. Queen roared. She barreled at Jace. Pack tightened circle. Fists hammered skull plates. Crack. She bucked. He held, knife plunging eye socket.
Sarah's scope tracked. Heart thundered.
Humans broke under less. Pack. Swarmed. Jace. Dropped. Rolled. Leader's jaws snapped empty. Vents, Jace yelled. He grabbed a loose plate, hurled it. Steam hissed from cracked earth. Geothermal trap they'd mapped earlier. Queen lunged again. Jace met her midair. Shoulder charge to the throat. Bone crunched.
She staggered. He drove knee into jaw hinge.
Locked it open. Sarah squeezed trigger. Plasma grazed a flanker. Jace extract. He didn't. Pack closed. Claws raked his armor. Tore gashes. Blood welled. Jace grunted. Spun. Elbow shattered a hunter's snout. It dropped. Queen recovered. Maw wide. Jace jammed, knife deep twisted. No kill shot. She thrashed. He rode the spasm, yanked a plasma grenade from belt, armored it. Sarah's world narrowed. Trainee. Weak. She'd ridiculed his calm in drills, called it cowardice. Now he danced death. Grenade lodged in the Queen's gullet. Jace kicked free. Dove for the vent. Boom. Muzzle flash lit night. Vent superheated the blast. Steam vent scorch erupted. Queen's head vaporized in white-hot fury. Chunks rained. Pack froze. Remaining 5 circled Jace's stance. He rose slow, bloodied, knife dripping. Chest heaved. Eyes locked on Alpha's.
They watched, tails low.
No charge. Whines echoed. Sarah lowered rifle a fraction. Fall back. Now. Hunters. Backed. Eyes never left Jace. They withdrew into shadows. Pack bonds shattered. Jace spat blood. Walked to Kethvar. Offered hand. Veteran took it. Hauled up. You. Ignored orders. Orders adapt. Jace scanned ridges. More burrows. Sarah approached. Rifle slung. Her mandibles clicked. Old habit. Nerves.
Trainee Rourke. Explain.
He wiped knife. Pack leaders coordinate. Kill one, disrupt all. Wounded were bait.
Kethvar leaned on him. Protocols say suppress from cover.
You charged open. Endurance play.
Jace's voice stayed even. Pain meant nothing.
Humans run marathons on breaks. This, jog. Sarah's vents flared. She'd led strikes against Kravex hives. This human treated Apex fangs like training weights. You disobeyed direct command.
Save the squad. He met her gaze.
No defiance. Fact. She scanned him. Gashes wept red. Ribs bruised purple. Yet stance solid. Medevac denied. Orbital lockout holds.
Kethvar rumbled. 3rd wave inbound.
Probes confirm. Sarah keyed squad net. Reform on me. Vents primary kill zone. Jace nodded. Staggered bait. Draw to hot pipes. Trainee advising officer. Ridicule burned away. Kickability stared back. Approved. Lead point. He moved without pause. Squad fell in. Kethvar limped steady. Cannon priming. Ridges trembled. Probes, smaller hunters, scuttled topside. Eyes glowed. Sarah covered flanks. Plasma ready. Jace mapped vents with glove scanner. Claw marks fresh. Queen's tunneling tandem. 2 confirmed, Kethvar added. Math says 3. Jace smiled faint. Through blood, holds.
Sarah gripped tighter. No more trainee.
Weapon.
Drones buzzed, warning. Burrow breach. Earth split. Shadows rose. Queens tripled. Roars merged into thunder. Jace charged first. For the team. Plasma lit night. Squad charged vents. Traps boiled alive. Sarah fired true. Bolt pierced flank hide. Hunter screamed. Kethvar boomed cannon. Shredded probe.
Human way.
Jace's knife flashed.
Alpha lunged. He sidestepped, drove blade home, fell.
Claws scraped closer. Vents erupted steam. Action exploded. One queen broke through, maw wide. Jace vaulted, fist to eye. Crack. Sarah. Suppressed pack. Flank clear, they held. United. Outpost walls shook. But grit anchored. Remnants probed. Humans countered. Night bled apex blood. Kethvar laughed rough. Never anger humans, Sarah nodded. Respect fueled her shots. No ridicule. Only awe. Burrow cracked wider. Larger maw teased edge. Probes swarmed. Jace stood front, knife ready.
Bigger one.
Sarah covered, squad unbreakable.
Dawn edged horizon. Endurance defined it.
But drone screamed, fourth queen surfacing, pack reformed beyond ridges. Eyes on Jace, Sarah's scales iced. Jace, he sprinted again, open ground, pulling them all. Sarah's bolt struck the fourth queen's probing mandible. It shattered. The beast recoiled into the burrow with a seismic screech. Jace halted his sprint, knife-dripping black ichor. He scanned the ridges. Pack eyes blinked out. Drones confirmed retreat. Silence fell. Clear, Jace said. He wiped his blade on his thigh. No limp. No stagger. Sarah lowered her rifle. Her scales tingled. The human stood amid steaming vents, blood-matted but steady.
Squad formed up behind him. Kethvar's cannon smoked.
No cheers, just nods. They marched back to outpost. Dawn broke clean. Med drones hummed over wounds. Tape it. Sarah activated her wristpad. Official channels lit. She typed fast. After action report. Apex incursion repelled. 4 queens neutralized. Casualties, 0. Mission lead, Jace Rourke, human endurance specialist. She hit submit. Brass would question it. She didn't care. Jace caught her eye. Squad status? All green, she said. Her voice held new weight. No ridicule laced it. Outpost bay door sealed. Squad stripped gear. Kethvar clapped Jace's shoulder. Gentle for a bruiser. You pulled them. Every time. Jace shrugged. Team holds. Sarah watched.
Human humility. It unnerved her more than the charge.
Med bay cleared. Jace grabbed field kits. Casualty drill, now. Squad groaned. Protocols called for rest cycles.
No.
Jace said. He dragged Matt center bay.
Human way. You go down, we drag.
Practice.
We have drones.
Jace met his gaze.
Drones glitch. We don't. Sarah stepped forward. Do it.
Her order snapped. Curiosity burned. Jace paired them. Sarah first. He downed her simulated leg sweep, controlled. No tension.
She went limp, heavy.
Jace hoisted her fireman's carry. Easy. Marched bay length. Dropped her. Your turn.
She grabbed Kethvar.
Bruiser mass crushed her grip. She strained. Slipped. He rolled free. Lock elbows, Jace corrected. Pivot hip. Use legs. Lifted. Marched.
Dropped. Kethvar next. Hoisted her like cargo.
Squad rotated. Grunts filled bay. Sweats licked scales. Jace drilled relentless. Faster. Carry 2 if needed. 2 hours. Muscles screamed. Sarah's arms quaked on third lift. Jace demoed solo, Kethvar and her, stacked. He lumbered 20 paces, unbroken. Endurance, he said. Payne's procedure. Squad collapsed mats, breathing ragged.
Eyes on Jace. Respect, raw.
Pulled veteran patch, scarred gold-threaded. Offered it held first. Earned.
Human rules. Write them.
Jace pinned patch to sleeve. Faded trainee bar vanished. No list. Adapt. Push past break. Kethvar nodded slow. In writing. Sarah's comm buzzed. Report acknowledged. Brass promoted Jace. Effective immediate. Co-lead status pending her record. She approached Jace. Squad dispersed to racks. He cleaned knife. Next hunt, she said. You front. Jace sheathed blade.
Team call.
Her mandibles clicked affirmative. Your edge. Our fire.
He nodded.
Quiet acceptance. Mess hall filled. Rations dispensed. No trainee slipped lips. Jace Rourke now. Veteran. Alarms wailed. Drones inbound. Sarah's pad flashed. Apex calls echoing ridges. Signal answered. Pack howls rose, deeper, larger. Squad bolted stations. Jace geared first. Eyes locked on horizon. Sarah gripped rifle. No fear. Only steel.
Human steel.
Kethvar bellowed.
Human way.
They charged out. Vents smoked fresh. Shadows massed. Queens called kin. Jace sprinted lead. Squad matched. United. Sarah fired first bolt. Impact bloomed. But howls tripled. Ridges cracked. New pack crested. Bigger queens. Scar-plated. Probe swarmed tenfold. Jace vaulted vent. Knife flashed.
Flank them.
Sarah suppressed left ridge. Kethvar boomed center.
Squad peeled precise. One Mega Queen lunged. Jace sidestepped. Fist cracked jaw. It reeled. Cover, he yelled. Sarah poured plasma. Hide boiled. Kethvar dragged downed probe. Carried human style. Endurance tested. Drone screamed. Burrow Queen surfacing under outpost. Earth buckled. Jace pivoted. Pull it topside. Squad baited. He dove great. Knife pried jaw. Roar choked. Sarah yanked him clear. Carried him. Dead weight drill paid. Dropped him safe. Queen thrashed up. Full maw. Jace remounted. Drove blade deep. Black flood. Burrow sealed. Pack faltered. Howls broke. Retreat signal. Dawn held. Squad stood amid carcasses. Jace bled fresh gash. Taped it himself. Kethvar laughed. Rules working. Sarah filed update. Jace lead confirmed. Her scales warmed. Threat model rewritten. Humans unbreakable. Mess call. Jace at head table. No trainee seat. Echoes rolled again. Fainter, probing.
Sarah tensed. More? Jace smiled faint.
Through blood. Holds. Alarms pierced. Drones. Pack answering. Full incursion. Squad rose as one. Rourke, lead, dagered. Doors, hissed. Sarah matched stride. Respect fueled her. No underestimation. Outpost shook. Hunt called. Jace charged first. Knife ready. Squad unbreakable. Echoes thundered back. Larger pack massed. Queens quintupled. Sarah's bolt flew true. Plasma lit. Human edge sharpened them all. Pain procedure. Team endured.